So let's double click on tabcontrol.xaml to open it up in XAMLpad. And then of course we want to maximize XAMLpad, change the font, and turn off auto parsing, and then open up the text area. Now tab control is an items control just like listbox, and instead of having listbox items, it actually uses tab items. Now the thing that makes these a little bit unique is that tab items, in addition to needing content, also need a header. So what you see here is that we've got a tab item, and we've set the header to be the simple string, which is hello. The header property, though, is a content property, and as such, it's actually able to have rich content just like the other content properties that we've seen. So let me go ahead and show you an example of that. To do this, we're going to use the complex property syntax again to set the header property, and that allows us to use a more complex value for the header. So you can see that I'm saying tab item dot header, and that gives me an indication that this isn't a child of the tab item, but we're actually just setting the tab item dot header property, or the header property on the tab item. Now let's go ahead and copy the same stack panel that we use for the content up into the header. So let's select that stack panel. We'll use Control-C to copy it, and then Control-V to paste it up into the header. Now notice what happens when I refresh this. We now have exactly the same content that we have for the content property in the header. We can make some small changes to that so it makes a little bit more sense. Like, let's reduce the size of the ellipse and change the stack panel so that it lays out horizontally. And now when we refresh it, you can see a great example of how you could use rich content inside of the header for a tab item.